What's up, guys? Zach Ginn here, and in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to pull and cold call the entire landlord list in wholesaling real estate. What's up, guys? So let's break it down. Let's break down exactly how to pull and cold call the entire landlord list. So before we get in the video, guys, please smash that like button and subscribe. Really appreciate it. And let's break it down. Let's break it down today, guys, because I'm going to do some live cold calling today. So I'm pretty excited about that, and really showing how to pull and cold call these tired landlord lists, because everyone talks about the tired landlord list, and it's a pretty exciting list. And most people think you have to pay a bunch of money to actually pull this list. But in all honesty, you can pull this list absolutely for free. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it today. So I'm pretty pumped up about this. I'm really excited to share exactly how to do this. So guys, smash that like button and subscribe, and let's get into it. And really, let's talk about what are tired landlords. And before we get into it, guys, we got to jack the people up and share exactly how to get it going. So let's get it going. I'm jacked up, ready to go, and let's go. Woo!
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, again, they got go. Time to wake up, bitch. Get up. Get up, bitch. Get up.
All right, guys, let's get it going. So let's talk about it. How do I pull and cold call the tired landlord list? So let's break it down today. So what is a tired landlord, and what are the tired landlord lists? So the tired landlord list basically is a list of people who actually own rental properties, and these could be people who are potentially just sick of having a rental property. And if we call them and just have a conversation with them on exactly how to maybe learn to sell the property. So pretty exciting, pretty awesome. And these tired landlords are usually very motivated. Now, it's not the most motivated seller list in the world. I mean, there's some better lists out there, but really it's a pretty good list. And for a lot of people who are sick of the free Zillow for sale by owners, they don't want to do those. This is another option you can do. People do talk about it, and it's a pretty good list. So let's break it down, guys. So I need anyone and everyone to comment below what market they're in, so I can choose what tired landlord list to do. That's probably one of my favorite ways of teaching actually how to pull these lists, is by just doing what I do. So let's break it down. So what exactly are we going to be pulling today? So this is going to be the Zillow tired landlord list. So how do we go to Zillow and pull the tired landlord list from Zillow? So basically all we got to do is cold call landlords and ask them the basic questions, because most of these people are going to have their property listed for sale by owner or for rent. And those are really the best lists to be calling on Zillow. Everyone knows every single day there's videos out there of me cold calling for rents and for sale by owners. So in today's video, past couple of weeks, been doing a lot of for sale by owners. So what we're going to do today is going to be cold calling live today. This is a live video. I'll share and prove that this is a live video today, and sharing how to cold call the for rents and do it in certain ways, so we make sure that it's the right price criteria, and to make sure they're actually tired landlords. It's going to be a really good one. I'm pretty excited today about it, and share exactly how to get it going. So do me a favor, guys, smash that like button and subscribe, and let's break it down. So let's start calling. So I got a bunch of people on here, and they are giving me the markets. I'm pretty excited about that one. So Let's get the spinner wheel. And once we get the spinner wheel going, we'll talk about how to do this again. All right, so we got a spinner wheel. So what I'm going to do is just put it in the spinner wheel. So what we're going to do is cold call these 4 rents, some older ones, and basically ask them if they're interested in selling their property. And a lot of them might be sick of it and just want a cash offer on it. So these are really good properties to be going after. Again, it's a free list. It's absolutely amazing. It's one of my favorite lists to go out there and do. And it's just part of a list that I absolutely love doing. So let's break it down and let's share it. So I appreciate all the comments, guys. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving to all. What is up? So let's break it down. So let's see. We got South Florida here. So we'll go to Jason and do South Florida. I've never seen someone consider South Florida, call it South Florida, Southern Florida, but all right. We got Baltimore, Maryland. All righty. Salt Lake City, Utah. All right. Right. Capitol Heights, Maryland. Where's Capitol Heights? It's probably not going to be a good one, but we'll look it up. Prince George County. That's perfect. Sacktown. I love it. Sacktown. And then upstate New York. Okay, we'll do upstate New York. Even though we did upstate New York last week, we'll try some. We're going to skip OKC because I'm not licensed. So a good question here. We got another person from Twitch. We got all the Twitch people today. That's pretty cool. It's always crazy. I'm a Twitch streamer, but what is up? All right, so we already did one there. We'll do some Atlanta and see what other ones we can add on here. But what is up? What is up? How's it going, guys? St. Louis, Missouri. All righty. And we got some more and more people, guys. I'm going to wait for the last 2 people to comment, and we'll go out there and we'll pull those. So let's see the last 2 comments we can possibly get, and I'll give it about 30 seconds here. And yeah, we'll do. I'll put 20 seconds on. So after 20 seconds here, last 2 comments will pop up, and you have to be a real estate agent in Oklahoma. Yes. If you're in a wholesale, or you don't have to, but all right, let's see what we got here. Oh, we're done. All right. Last 2 is Des Moines, Iowa, and Cherry Hill, New Jersey. All right. So we got Cherry Hill, Jersey, and the other one, Des Moines, Iowa. Perfect. So let's share it and let's go do the spinner wheel. See what we got. All right, I think you guys see it here. So let's get it going. All right, let's press it. All right, Salt Lake City, Utah. We're gonna go Salt Lake City for this one, so pretty exciting. So we'll move that one if we gotta do a next one. And as you can see, let's go pull it live and see how we're gonna go cold call this tired landlord list. Oops, go here. So all I'm really gonna do here is go to Zillow and break it down. So uh, Zillow, Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City, the county. It's going to be Salt Lake County. Very creative. Honestly, what will you come up next, Salt Lake? Alrighty. Okay. So we're going to go up here and see what we got. Guys, make sure you're hitting that like button and subscribing, watching this, and let's break it down. So Salt Lake County here. Let's go reset it because I think we got the for sale banners there. So let's do some market research, sort of how we kind of understand how to do this, right? So we're going to Salt Lake County. Salt County. Salt Lake County median home price. Okay, so Salt Lake County median house price is going, oh geez, that's big. Okay. We're roughly looking around, okay, wrong one. Here we go. We're roughly looking at 548,000, 28% 1 year change. That's 28. That's wow. Holy moly. It's a pretty big one. That's Jesus. Wow. Okay, that's big. So that's pretty cool. All right. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to stop sharing this one and go here and show you exactly what I'm going to do here. So let's pop it up. All right. So just sharing my screen. Just making sure. Let's do a quick audio test. Make sure we're going the audio, and we should be good here. So just checking out here, checking the audio here. Goodness, we got an ad here. Just checking out here. All right. Audio looks good. I'm just making sure. All right. Perfect. So let's go. All right. So we're in Salt Lake County, Utah. And what we're going to do here is just pull the 4 rents there and find which ones are going to be the tired landlords or not. So we're going to see which one. So as you see here, we have 1,069 agent listings and then 98 other listings here. We're going to see which ones to pull here. So as you know, we can go here to agent listings versus 98 other listings. Hold on here. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to go to, let's see. I mean, we could do other listings, but some of these are like construction companies. So all we're going to do here is go to for sale. We're going to go to for rent here. And now we got the for rent. So we got a ton here. These are updated almost every day. Kind of surprising the average price is so high, but rents are, I mean, relatively cheap. Not like insanely expensive. It just is interesting to see. Single family homes are probably going to be pushing $2,000 for a couple of bedrooms, so not too bad. We got a 3-1 here for $2,000, which is interesting. So we're not going to buy any of the new ones. We're going to look for tired landlords. Landlords that have maybe been listing it for a while, and it took them a while to find someone, or maybe they're just sick of renting it out. And we could have done a Craigslist route. A lot of people sometimes like to do the Craigslist thing. I'm not a big fan of those. So what we're basically going to go to here is we're going to go to like 6 or 7 here. And we're doing by newest, so we got to go all the way back here. So let's go out here. Let's go to 9. Keep going down. 12. That's just you have them in Salt Lake City because I mean they're all at 13. There we go. Now we got some older ones. So we're kind of doing at 164, not too bad. So now we're going to go to some of these rentals that look like they're single family and maybe they're done by the person. So we're going to open some of the new tabs here. Let's check out some of the regular looking houses here. We're going to go here and do Murray Home River Group. This looks like a realtor. All right. We're just going to look for single family properties here. So this looks like a good one here. Make sure they're owned by the actual owners. Apartments available November 10th, looking for tenants. All right, perfect. So this person, they might be sick. I mean, the property looks like it needs some work. Let's go over the pictures here. Let's see. Okay, not too bad. Yeah, not too bad here. Looks pretty good. So, yeah, I mean, could use some work here. So, could be someone that might be an interesting deal here. So, what we're going to do here is we are going to go and try to call these people. So, let's get the phone number here and get calling. Okay, we got the number and we're having a conversation. So, a lot of people might ask me, Zach, what are you going to say to this person? Like, what are you going to say? And my response here would most likely be like, hey, if you're looking here on this deal, like, why would somebody be looking to sell the property, if they're a landlord? So the biggest reason why someone would be interested in selling a property like this would be they're just sick of it. They're a tired landlord. Everyone knows like listrei.com, aka PropStream, you have a tired landlord list where you're going after landlords that have maybe an older age or maybe that owned it for a while. Our issue is on Zillow, we can't really find that, but here's the benefit of it. On Zillow, these people, I mean, unfortunately, you can't tell by age or demographic or how long they've owned the property for. But the really, really cool part here is it's all free. Like you get the phone numbers, no skip tracing, like nothing. It's all done for you. So if you're brand new in this business, it's sometimes one that's going to be really, really good for you starting out. So let's get it. All right, let's bring it back here. Let's get that phone number. So based on the conversation saying, hey, I'm actually not looking to rent the property and seeing if you're actually interested in selling it for cash. Now, this isn't going to be like regular for sale bonus where everyone wants to sell and it's a better conversation. These conversations are going to be a lot shorter and a lot more no's. So it's not going to be as sexy today, but still want to show you guys exactly how to do it. These are still live calls, which is pretty fun. Everyone loves it when it's live because you never know what's going to happen. And pretty fun. So let's get the number. Shoot, this person does not have a number listed. All right, on the next one then, right? Usually the phone number listed here. So you could ask the question there. All right, we'll go to the next one here. All right, we got Nate here. 231 1537.
Eight 015509924 is not available.
Hey, this is Zach. Please give me a call back whenever you can. Thanks. All right, no big deal. What is up, Ryan? How are you? I'm doing great. All right, we got one bedroom here. Home River Group. Okay. Let's do a quick different market outside here. We'll do this page and we'll go for the new market here because a lot of these are just multifamilies. 4,500 Home River Group. So that's the thing. You just have to sift through a lot of these. We're going through a lot of markets today. And we'll go around and see. No. This is Home River. Home River is basically a done for you service type thing. So we're going to skip agents and everything. Alrighty. It's pretty easy to figure out which, like, who's who on this. Let's look for contact info. This is a residential. Okay, this looks like the owner. Okay, give them a call.
And the purpose-driven portfolio, doing securities through independent financial group. If you'd like to leave a message, please do so, and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. Have a beautiful day. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, this is Zach. Give me a call back whenever you can. Thanks. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna skip this one, and we'll just choose a quick market real quick. We got a lot easier. Salt Lake City is a little tougher there. The for sale banners are fun there, though. Give them that. All right, we got Cherry Hill. We're gonna go to Camden County, where some of these rentals are insane. But hey, you guys picked it, so I'll show you how to do it in each market. So we're gonna go to Zillow. $375 a month. Are you kidding me? Wait, are you doing? Oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna look here.
Please leave your message for 26744174332.
Hey, this is Zach. Give me a call back whenever you can. Thanks. See, Camden, New Jersey's got, and that's the problem. These are mostly just multifamily units. So I can sort this real quick. Just do houses. To residential. Residential. And yeah, am I picking a couple days before Thanksgiving for calling? Probably not the best, but I'm kind of just showing you how to do it. So it's not really about the calling because everyone kind of knows the script, but let's see what we can do here.
Google Voice will try to connect you.
Zach.
The Google subscriber you have called is not available. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, this is Zach. Give me a call back whenever you can. Thanks.
After the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Zach.
Thank you for inquiring about 22 Lee Avenue in the heart of Hatton.
Please press 1. This call may be recorded.
Hi, this is Maureen. I'm not able to answer your call, so please leave your name and number and I'll get back with you.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
Udania says, do these people ever call back? Yes. I mean, they're not random calls. You know, I'll answer them, say, hey, I saw you at that rental there. I was just seeing if you're looking to sell it. I don't know the specific address right now because obviously can't remember all the addresses, but no big deal there. 8, 5, 6, 6, 2, 3, 1. I'm sure it's a different market. We're not in the multifamily capitals.
Google Voice will try to connect you.
Hello, this is Zach.
Thank you for calling Negron Investments. Our business hours are Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We are closed on Sunday. If you are calling for information regarding available properties, please note that a walkthrough will not be scheduled without a completed application on file. Free applications can be accessed by clicking the link in our Instagram bio. If you do not already follow us on Instagram, you can find us by searching for Negron Rental. If you are calling regarding an application previously submitted, please leave a message. Be sure to include your name, phone number, and the reason for your call. We can also be reached by email. Our email address is negroninvestments21@gmail.com. Thank you, and we look forward to speaking with you soon.
Hello, this is Zach. Please give me a call back whenever you can. Thank you. We're going to sift through this real quick. Dang. So this is what you guys see is listed by property owner and just look for there. 916. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, hi, can you hear me?
Oh, hi, can you hear me?
Hello? All right. Looks like we were, I don't know, I guess they mirrored the phone there. Kind of weird. Oops. Alrighty. Jeez, there's so many properties being listed here.
Well, this is John speaking.
Hello, hey, is this Jonathan?
Yeah, this is Jonathan.
Hey, Jonathan, this is Zach. I'm looking at your ad here for rent on 185 North New Florestan Road. And I was just seeing if that property is still for rent.
I have a few people that have submitted applications. If you want to submit an application as well through Zillow, and I will be reviewing applications tonight. I have like 4 applications in right now, and I'll be selecting the best candidate, and I will let whoever know. Whoever ends up getting it, I'll give them a call and let them know.
Okay. Well, I was actually just calling you for another reason. I was just seeing if you were interested in possibly selling the property for cash.
Yeah, 130 cash.
$130,000?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you are looking to sell the property or rent it?
I'll sell it if you buy it from me for 130.
Okay. Is there a certain figure how you came up with that number?
That's what it's worth.
Okay. All right. Well, let me look at everything and sort of see if that's going to work or not. I mean, why would you be looking to sell the property if you have it for rent?
Those numbers are not going to work for an investor. I mean, I'm an investor as well, so.
Okay. So you're not interested in selling it.
That's like retail value.
Got it. Okay. No worries. I appreciate it.
Yep, take care, man.
Thanks. All right, cool. See, that's pretty typical. You know, like if they go tell me like, hey, you know, I'm gonna buy it for, you buy it at this price. I mean, that's a very high, ridiculous price, and fine. Like, okay, he doesn't want to sell at that price, but you keep calling like that, you're gonna get through a couple of people, and it's gonna be fine. So that's sort of the range we go for on the for sale by owner there, and that's kind of how we're calling them. So let me know what questions you guys have about that. Just wanted to have a actual call like that, show you exactly what it is. and how we're doing it. So we're going by Zillow. We're going by the older 4 rents. Went by a newer one there just to see if anyone's going to switch out up there. But yeah, let's get it. So let's see what questions we got and see how I can help everyone out here. So Hussein says, I'm cold calling, drawing for dollars leads right now with you. Love these lives. Hussein, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Justin says, love seeing other real estate people creating content. Keep it up. Thanks, Justin. What is up? Matthew says, what's up, brother? Starting my wholesale business. Been prepping for cold calls and picking up techniques. I'm excited to pick up the phone. Even got myself a new line. Matthew, let's get it. I love it. Kimberlyn from Houston, what is up? Could you do an example of how you'd calculate an offer for rental properties? The best way to calculate a offer for a rental property is, reverse engineering it. The 1% rule is probably not the best for lower ARVs. For higher ARVs, it makes sense. That property is being rented for $1,350 a month. You divide that 1%. You look at the comps, 135. Roughly, probably worth 120. Just looking at that house. The best way to, calculate an offer is to figure out what the actual value is. You literally go by comps, look at timber square footages, same construction type, same year built, same subdivision, and see if they're selling between 110, 105, 109. You can roughly see their age of the roof, AC, condition like that. J3 the Goat says, can you briefly go over why you use the 84 instead of the 70? I can't find the original video. J3 the Great, please just go to freewholesaling.com. You probably didn't go by the ARV. It's just by ARV. There's a whole module just for ARV. And basically we do that because the quick math, I'll do it for you right now. You have a deal. It's worth $300,000. Okay. It's got $20,000 in repairs, $280,000. Okay. If you use the 70% rule, that means your max offer would be $196. But everyone knows a cash buyer probably would be paying you $235. So if I came in at 84% or 80%, I'd swoop you under the deal and I would make $10K while you'd be stuck at 70%. 70% doesn't work for ARVs, usually over 100 to 120,000. And most gurus don't know that because they don't wholesale anymore. Like they stopped wholesaling 2007, 2008. And a lot of these gurus don't know what they're talking about. So yeah, that's it. Anyone who legitimately does this business will tell you the 70% rule doesn't work unless you live in a market where everything's under 60%. Then sure, go at it. That's kind of my opinion on it. What's up, guys? Love the comments here. So yeah, Blueberry Barry from Twitch says, is there any way you can do an example on how you calculate an offer for potential rental? Kind of what I said before. The best way to calculate it is by doing comps. Kind of like a rental property is not going to be really different than any other property. You still get a good range. 1% rule can still use, but not going to use it like all the way. You just got to see which one's going to work. Hey, quick question just starting out. Is your name on initial phone call as the quick question just starting out. Is your name on initial phone call same as on contract? So homeowner doesn't get scared to ask too many questions when they sign. Okay. I think you're talking about Mr. Grow Better. Interesting name. So my name is going to be on the contract, but it's going to be Zach Ginn for, Zach Home Buyers LLC or Incorporated. That's going to be roughly what it's going to be. Okay. Hopefully that helps. But yeah, I have an incorporation just protect my butt on these deals, especially in wholesaling. Could it be different from you? Yes. But really you're asking here what kind of name you should be doing the contract. When you're first starting out in this business, especially in wholesaling real estate, you just use your personal name. I don't think it's going to be too big of a deal. Once you get 1, 2, 3 deals, maybe you can expand that a little more. But honestly, right now, the seller won't really get scared if you explain it the correct way. That's the best way I could explain it. Again, freewholesaling.com has all of the contracts you really need to know for wholesaling. So kind of got you there. So it'll be perfect for you. So that's how to answer it. Let me know if you need any more help or anything. Love it. Girly Girl Trucking. Zach, finally caught your live. Thank you for all you're doing. It's such a big difference. I'll never forget you. Thank you so much. Truly appreciate it. It means a lot. You're here helping and just helping us out on the channel and really providing value. So thank you so much. Let's see here. Amelia says, if he was wanting retail, could buying it on terms work if the seller was willing to do? Yeah. I mean, if the seller was willing to sell on terms, then sure. But I cut that conversation pretty short just from my experience. The person, he basically said he didn't want to sell the property. And if he wanted to sell it, but he had a good reason for selling it and he wanted retail, obviously we can go out here and do it on terms, but he wasn't even interested in selling it. You still need motivation for a creative financing deal, and he didn't have one. So a big part of creative financing is like, why does that person just rent out themselves? They don't want to rent them out themselves. He's already renting it out, and he's basically already stated on the conversation he was going to rent it out. So not a good candidate for a creative financing deal on that one, but you keep pushing, you're going to find someone on them. That's another good reason about the tired landlord list is it's also a great creative financing tool too. If you could find the right tired landlord that wants too much but still wants to sell, that's a great one to be going after. Barbara says, hey, here for my Zach attack. Keep up the great work. Thank you. BMM Estate Solutions in Seattle. Thanks, Barbara. Really appreciate that. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. How do you find the ARV for vacant home that needs to be torn all the way down? So you have to put in a couple categories. If the property can be saved, then we could sort of say, like, if a vacant home has to be condemned, the structure's too bad and it has to just be torn all the way apart, you're looking at land value, honestly, and the land comes from there. If it can be saved, it's going to get harder. Well, I'm trying to think. So if it can be saved, then it's worth more than land value, but you really have to do a lot of calculations to see. It's more of a cash buyer is going to help you on that situation than ever, because I'm not the structural construction expert. So if half of it can be saved and not, it just depends. If it's going to cost $50,000, you could save it from being torn down. For not, a lot of these properties just got to be torn down and built back up. If it's a fire damage property, we're really going to do land, even sometimes less, because you got to pay money to tear it up down and just remove all the debris from it. So really have to make the decision yourself on if it has to be torn down. You're saying here it needs to be torn down. So my assumption here would just be land value. Triple Blessing says, how do I show proof of funds? We got Alvin the Chipmunks. Awesome. So you show proof of funds by showing your own proof of funds. I'm not a big person on lying about proof of funds. So I'm not going to be the person out here saying, oh, you need to lie about proof of funds and use this fake proof of funds letter. Now, I've really, you don't get asked for proof of funds if you're very confident you're talking. If you're not confident, it's probably not the good one, best one. Or if you have another wholesaler say you got to do proof of funds, you can always use your cash buyer as a proof of funds because they're technically your buying partner on this one. It's technically the truth. So that'd be one you should look into also. But really, you just got to see which one's going to work the best for you. Remember, is your proof of funds going to be for a cash buyer, or is this proof of funds going to be for a seller? Obviously, a bigger difference between the two on which one you should be doing. Can you us exactly what happened at closing, please? If you can kind of explain that question a little more. I think you're asking what exactly happens at closings. In wholesaling real estate, so let's say you're selling the property for $50,000 and you're wholesaling it for, $100,000. Let's say it's a really good deal and we're making $50,000 in profit, right? What happens at closing is the cash buyer is going to give $100,000 to the title company. $50,000 will go to the seller, $50,000 will go to me, and the cash buyer buys the property. That's usually what happens at closings for wholesaling. We just got to pick up our check. The signing was the assignment of contract. The seller sells signs the deed away and sells the property, get their cash, and the cash buyer signs it off and wires the money in. Usually you can do check or cash at it too, but most of the time everything's just kind of wired in. So that's sort of how it works. Underdog 19 says, how's it going, Zach? This may be off topic. What's a good way to find wholesalers in different markets to calculate the ratio of homes to wholesalers? So I guess you're watching the video I did yesterday, and it's been pretty popular, that video. It's pretty exciting. That's pretty cool. Yeah, like ratio of homes to wholesalers, it's kind of impossible to calculate. You really have to go and see how many deals people are getting and how many deals new wholesalers are really having success in certain markets. The best one is just finding markets that a lot of influencers in wholesaling aren't talking about and that has wholesaling deals. That's how I found Knoxville when I started out like 3 years ago. Is I started finding places where wholesaling like coaches and YouTube people weren't talking about, but prices, the ARV was decent, and there's cash sales going on. That's what I'd say. Like if you find a market where you don't see a lot of wholesalers doing it, but you see a lot of cash sales, if you go to freewholesaling.com, FREE wholesaling.com, freewholesaling.com, basically we'll show you exactly how to find, use the list source trick. It's a free trick to find how many cash sales are in a certain market. That's going to help you out the best there. So we got a question here from Facebook user. Says, would you say calling for sale by owner off of Zillow is a good idea for beginners? As you see, I literally usually cold call for sale by owners once a week on this YouTube channel. A reason why I do it is because I think it's an absolute amazing tool to be going after here. So yes, I would say calling for sale by owners is an amazing idea. If you go to freewholesaling.com, you check out Flip with Rick or Zach Ginn on YouTube. You're going to see lots of content from me where I absolutely share exactly how to cold call for sale by owners. I think they're probably one of the best leads to be going after, especially when you're starting out. Again, the big benefit of cold calling for sale by owners, the reason why I love cold calling for sale by owners so much is, first of all, there's no skip tracing cost. That's one of the best things out there. Is like there's absolutely no skip tracing cost at all. Like, come on, there's no skip tracing. Like, what's going to be better than that, right? There's going to be no skip tracing. And for most people, sometimes they don't know how to skip trace, or they don't want to pay for skip tracing. There's a free skip tracing and paid for skip tracing. Tell us this is a live video, guys. Free skip tracing is truepeoplesearch.com. Paid using something like Batch. But you don't have to pay for skip tracing. You don't have to worry about pulling a specific list. It's all done for you there. It's all on freewholesaling.com, FREE wholesaling.com. It's how you do it. I mean, guys, you see me locking up deals and actually calling interested sellers and getting price commitments and everything from for sale by owners on Zillow on the first call. So you guys know it's legit and it works. So you're asking if it's a good idea for beginners. Of course it is. And you're also doing two really important things. Oh, technically three, I would say. Number one is, of course, you're looking for motivated sellers and you're actively marketing, which is amazing. Like you can't do that wrong. You know, you're actively marketing, you're finding motivated sellers. That's great. Number two is you're actually gaining your acquisition skills are going up. Your acquisition skill, your skills for acquiring properties, your skills for talking to sellers, your skills for actually building rapport. It goes up drastically the more and more you do for sale by owner calling. As you can see, watching my lives when I do those, you can see me actually talking to sellers, building rapport, and really getting a connection with the seller. So I get price commitments and discounts on those for sale by owner deals. It's great. And the last is you can build cash buyers. If you have for sale by owner that has like 4 or 5 deals and they got a ton of money, maybe they're looking to buy more properties. You can ask them that in the conversation. Maybe they're a new cash buyer for you. It's a triple threat, you know? It's like running the triple option for football. You got 3 ways you can do it. It's great. It's very powerful. Triple option doesn't really work in the NFL anymore, but still works very well. It's definitely one I'd recommend. So yeah, I would say calling it for sale by owner off of Zillow is absolutely amazing. So hands down, go do that. Check out freewholesaling.com. I kind of explained that. Or go to Zach Ginn or Flip with Rick and search like Flip with Rick space for sale by owner Zillow. I'll show you exactly how to do it for free. It's definitely one of the best ones out there and something you should be going after, guys. Jason, what is up? Jason says, will cash buyer know? Let's see here. Will cash buyer know how much you're making? Yes. So there's two ways you can really do that. But what I can tell you is, will cash buyer know how much you're making? So a cash buyer will know how much you're making in real estate wholesaling if you do a standard assignment of contract. This is, I mean, pretty standard. You have to state how much you're making in there. And some people like to just, what I could tell you is some like to not share it. And I'm not a big recommendation. Like, I don't recommend that. You need to disclose with everything. So that's probably the best thing you could possibly do. Disclose it in your assignment of contracts that you're going to make money on it. And it'll probably help you a lot better. So yeah, definitely disclose. I could tell you right now. But yeah, you're asking here, will cash buyer know how much you're making? They will. And you could do a double closing. Now, you saw me last Friday. I did a double closing deal of $40,000. And how did I do that? Right? Like, how was I able to do that without the cash buyer or the actual motivated seller knowing how much I made on that deal? All you got to do is I bought the property for $150,000. Okay. And I sold it for $195,000. I had to pay around $4,000-ish to the realtor there. And then like $1,000 basically for closing costs. I have a really good title company and we got a reissue credit. So they were pretty happy. They paid all the doc stamps, everything on the buy side. So it was great. Made about $40,000 in absolute profits. So pretty cool, right? So that's what I'd say. But yeah. So yeah, I would say the cash buyer is going to know what you make unless you do a double closing, and double closings are possible. My biggest recommendation for a double closing, if you're making over, I'd say $30,000, you should be doing a double closing, because you just don't want the motivated seller to blow up in the deal and, ruin the deal for you, or have the cash buyer not be okay with you. Another reason we're here is like, you're asking, like, are you concerned if the cash buyer is going to know how much you make? They should be happy for you. We always tell our cash buyers, like, hey, are you okay if I made $80,000 on this wholesaling deal? If I gave you at this price? Yeah, I don't care how much you make. Fine. You have to preference that to them and make sure they know that. And that's kind of how human psychology is. That's sort of way. So if they just knew you're making, like, for example, if they knew I was going to make $40,000 on that deal, that cash buyer might not close it. They just get jealous, even though they would never gotten this deal without me, they would have been upset. What if I said, hey, Mr. Cash Buyer, would you be okay if I made $70,000 on this? Yeah, fine. If I can get it for this $195,000 price, sure. And then it turns out you made 40, they're going to be less upset versus if they just saw the regular 40. So what I tell you is do a double closing if they're concerned about it. But if a cash buyer gets upset about it, then it's on to the next one. And Jason kind of follows up here and says, have you ever had a buyer back out because of how much you're making? No, I've never had one, because I have had a $5,000 non-refundable deposit. And I make sure to tell you, I'm making this much money on it. This is the deposit. And they usually go with it because they know the price is still really good, because we're really good at getting discounted price on our stuff. Hey, Zach, got a JV agreement. We're working on a JV agreement. So in the works. What are your thoughts on wholesaling in Detroit? Wayne County is an amazing wholesaling market. I love that wholesaling market. It's a great one. I was actually on my top 25 virtual markets yesterday. Guys should have been there. Anyone wholesaling in Massachusetts, hit them up if you know if anyone's doing anything in Massachusetts. I know Steve's usually on here. Let's see here. Yo, Donnie says, what are the different types of government lists and which one is your best opinion? Check out freewholesaling.com. We kind of break that all down, Donnie, but the different types of government lists are water shutoffs, utility lien lists, divorce lists. So yeah, divorce lists, water shutoffs. No, did I say water shutoffs? Code violations, probates, IRS debt list. You could also put on there too. I mean, there's a rest list you can go after. There's just kind of if it's a free list you get from the clerk of the court of the government, it's a good one. Fire damage properties also. Zerk Turk says, do you play any games? Yeah, I play video games. I'll if we unlock enough subscribers, I'll share my Steam account to everyone. All right. That was meant for a cash buyer to start my cold calling in front. The chipmunks are my triplet baby boys. I love that. That's awesome. Triplets. Woo. That's cool. Nick says, I have a budget for direct mailing, Facebook ads, etc., but I feel like I should cold call to overcome the fear. Hold on. So I feel like I should cold call to overcome the fear of it and get better at communicating. What are your thoughts about that? Yeah, if you have a fear of talking to sellers, don't even be spending money on direct mail or Facebook ads yet. Like, learn how to talk to sellers first. You have to master one thing before you master everything. I can tell you, it's very important to do that. So they won't find out all the way what you're making. You can do a double closing. Yes, that's true. But if a cash buyer really want to get sneaky, they could technically see. Aji says, hey, Zach, how do you determine the best list to pull in any particular market? The best list to pull in your market is usually drawing for dollars or a government list. Outside of that, vacants are pretty good too. What I'd say is you got to really test it out. That's the best way of finding out what's going to work in your market or not. Unfortunately, it's kind of upsetting to say, but really testing it out is going to be the best way to figure out if something works in your market or not. Not the sexiest thing to say in the world, but it's the absolute truth that you just got to find out what works in your market by just testing it out. Okay, makes sense. Perfect. You can do a double closing to avoid the seller or cash buyer from knowing what you're making, or you can just be straight up that you'll be making a profit. You'll end up netting more money by just disclosing it to the cash buyer. The motivated seller usually won't mind, or they won't really even see it. It also depends on the title company, more or less, if it's going to be a good deal or not. Aaron says, I'm about to call my seller. He said he got an offer for 180. Going to see if I can lock it up for 185. Wish me luck. Aaron, keep it up, man. Let me know how much you could sell it to a cash buyer. It seems like there's going to be some profit on there. So that'd be a great one. It's exciting. Can't wait. Freddie Fresco is over here. And Freddie says, should I create an LLC? That's a tough question, Freddie. So my answer has always been, you should do at least one deal to two deals. I mean, you know what? Do at least two deals. I think most people, sometimes you get a deal and then you create an LLC and you don't do the second deal. You need to do consistent deals. I would say after two, get an LLC for just limited liability. A limited liability company will protect you, but you got to be doing some deals first. I mean, some states is really expensive to get an LLC and some are not. If you want to do SMS text blasting, sure, get an LLC to help you with that. But overall, like, I still think you should do one or two deals before and make sure you're consistently doing it before you get the LLC. You're not really going to have too much risk, and people do it for write-offs. So the LLC probably taking more time. If you're only going to do two deals, it's probably not worth getting the LLC. Anything above, I would say it's actually worth doing it. And quick tip, you don't need a lawyer to learn how to create an LLC. It's really not that difficult to do. I mean, for me, it cost me $150 a year, I think, to do. And I did all myself, and I still do it myself. I don't need to pay someone to do it. I mean, I'm fine enough with a computer to deal with it. Usually it's your local tax site. So it really, Florida's got like a LLC website called sunbiz.com. And that's where you get it all done. But yeah, you usually got to do that. Keep up your corporate filings. I mean, it's a headache if you do under a deal a year or two. But if something you're consistently trying to do, I would say it's probably worth doing it. You know, if you're doing one deal and make $1,000, we're going to spend $200 working with the LLC and stuff. And if you use a company, it's not that complicated, guys. And sometimes in California, it's above $600, I'm pretty sure, for an LLC. So make sure you do at least two if you're going to do it in certain states. That'd be my best tips and tricks for that. But yeah, guys, that's it. That is actually how you pull the Zillow for sale by owner list and the Zillow for rents. But honestly, this video is kind of more of the Zillow tired landlord list, which is the for rents looking for older and calling them, seeing if they're actually interested in selling that property, and seeing what we can do from there. So guys, get any value out of this video, remember, please smash that like button and subscribe. Check out freewholesaling.com. Guys, look at this video right now. hit that like button, please. I really appreciate it. And let's get it going. So, guys, you get the entire landlord list also from listrei.com, aka PropStream. But really, it's up to you. So, I really appreciate everyone watching the video today, guys. Keep it up and see you tomorrow. Have a great one, guys.